Hey, it's Dave Perry. Welcome to Bedding Insights. We're in the PBM offices in Greensboro, where I'm sitting down with Mark Hobson. Mark, welcome. We're talking about a new study that Mark just had commissioned, and it has revealed a shocking bedding buying gap that is growing ever larger. Mark, tell me a little bit about the study, and then let's talk about why this buying gap, which is very bad news for our industry, is growing. So first, a little bit about the study.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. I appreciate being here, and I appreciate being able to talk to all the viewers out there. And I would tell you that of all the years that I've been around the mattress category, and that's a lot now, I've been around research probably for 30 or so years. There are some points of this study which maybe are more worrying than others that I've seen out there.
Do tell.
The buying gap is the first one that's worrying. You know, we've been measuring that number probably for the last 20 years, and we used to say that 1 in 10 consumers would research and shop but not buy. This study threw that out of the window. Now, by the way, this was a nationwide study. We had to call 33,000 people to come up with 1,000 interviews that lasted over 30 minutes each from one side of the country to the other. And these were people who had researched, shopped, or purchased in the last year. And it was that analysis that allowed us to calculate that not 1 in 10, but now 36% of consumers research, shop, and don't purchase. Okay. And then, of course, we had to get deeper as to what was going on.
Well, let's drill into it right now. So 36% of consumers shopped and did not buy. What are some of the main reasons why, or why not?
Probably the biggest aha of the whole study there, once you get past that buying gap, is that they're confused. They're struggling to figure out all the different product choices that are out there. They're struggling to figure out the mixed messages they're hearing on advertising. Many of them actually, and this was another surprising statistic, many of them were worried about repeating their last purchase mistake. 19% of consumers, we found, had a problem with the last mattress they bought. And that would have been in the last, 15 years or so. There was something wrong with it. It either didn't stay feeling as comfortable as they thought, the support didn't hold up, and in many cases, and this surprised me, it didn't feel the same way when they got it home as it did in the store. But you put those together, and you've got a recipe for confusion, and when consumers are confused, they're skeptical, and they don't buy. We've tended to say for quite a while now that the first thing everybody does when they want to buy a mattress is they go online.
Right.
Not so. Almost 55% of consumers go to the store they trust and shop and browse those products first. Now, the flip side of that is that 46% of consumers actually do research, and 42% of them, almost all of those, start online.
All right, well, as we wrap up, let me ask you finally about the brick and mortar retailers. Is this study good or bad news for them?
It's a very good question. Any information is good news, provided you learn to do something about it. It's concerning because so many consumers still tell us that they tend to buy more online today, and many of those same consumers weren't even aware that you could buy a mattress product online. So that would indicate that the trend is going to continue if brick and mortar retailers and their supporting manufacturers don't do something about that. And there are things that they can do with respect to how they promote, how they train their salespeople, the services they offer, the satisfaction guarantees, the way they display products, and how they communicate these various services and satisfaction guarantees in store. So there are things that can be done, but if we wait too long, it's certainly going to be a trend that continues to go the wrong way for those of us who've been around the industry for as many years as we have.
Well, it's a fascinating study. Mark would love to share more details with anyone who's interested, so see him for that. Mark, thanks for interrupting your busy day to come by. Good being with you.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoyed it.
Appreciate it.